Standards of quality for drugs are prescribed in the second schedule of Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940. The application for grant of license to manufacture drugs other than those specified in Schedule C, C1 and X shall be made in the corresponding license shall be issued in Forms 24 and 25 respectively. Which of the following does not come under the prohibition of manufacturing of drugs? That is, manufacture of drugs for the purpose of examination, test or analysis. The function of Drug Consultative Committee is to advise the government in issues related to the Drugs and Cosmetic Act. The Drugs Consultative Committee is constituted under which of the following sections of the Drugs and Cosmetic Act? That is section 7. The Drug Enquiry Committee was appointed under the chairmanship of R.N. Chopra. In June 1959, the Government of India appointed the Health Survey Planning Committee. There are some statements regarding to pharmacy. So, which statement is correct? So, all the statements are correct. So, I will read the statements about pharmacy one by one. So, pharmacy, this is the constitution of the Central and State Pharmacy Council. It prescribes the minimum standard for education required for qualifying as a pharmacist and the registration of the pharmacist by the State Pharmacy Council, maintenance of disciplinary control over the profession of pharmacy. The Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act comes in 1985. The Opium Act was come in 1857. Pharmacy Act was passed in 1948 with the objective of regulating practice of pharmacy in India. There are some statements regarding to Pharmacy Act. So which statement is correct? You need to tell me. So this correct statements about Pharmacy Act are: the Act was divided into 5 chapters and 46 sections. It has been amended in major by the Pharmacy Act 1976 and the minor way by Act 1959, and it came into force in the 1948. Agreement means an agreement entered into under section 20. Education regulation comes in 1991. For registration of pharmacists, first registered is prepared by state government. For registration of pharmacies, the state government constitution of registration tribunal consists of 3 persons and the registrar. Medical and Toilet Preparation Act was passed in the year 1955 with the aim of to collect to collect of excise on medical toilet preparation containing alcoholic and narcotic preparations. The Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971 provides that termination of pregnancy can be done under situation by a registered medical practitioner when length is not exceeding 12 weeks. Clinical trial is related to which schedule? That is Schedule Y. Consumer Protection Act was passed in the year 1986. Number of nominated, elected and ex officio members of PCI are 9, 8 and 3. List of contraceptive is given in which schedule? That is Schedule R. List of coal tar is required to in pharmaceutical industries is given in which schedule? That is Schedule O. State Pharmacy Council should have the following number of elected members, that is 6 members. The schedule in Drugs and Cosmetic Act that deals with the requirement and guidelines for clinical trials, import and manufacturing of new drug is Schedule Y. Insulin comes under Schedule C. Which one of the following is true? That is, Drug Technically Advisory Board consists of an ex officio nominated and elected members. The Statutory Analytical Laboratory for Drugs is the Central Drug Laboratory. Its headquarters is in Kolkata. In the Drug Price Control Order 1995, imported formulation fixing of price shall not exceed 50% of the landed cost. Class 100 clean area or clean room is defined as a room in which the particle count in air is not more than 100 per cubic foot of 0.4 micrometer and larger in size. Schedule R of the Drugs and Cosmetic Act would apply to standards for mechanical contraceptives. An alcoholic solution contains 57.77% weight by volume alcohol. The strength will be labeled as proof spirit. GLP certification in India is optional for the pharmaceutical industries. GLP certificate is issued in India by. So who issues the GLP certificate in India? That you tell me in the comment. The first edition of Indian Pharmacopoeia was out in 1955. Applications for grant or renewal of license for the manufacturing of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani drug is required to be made in Form 24D. Drugs to be taken under the medical supervision are included under the Schedule H. The Drugs Order 1995 does not take into account one of the following in fixing the retail price, that is local taxes. New drugs developed through research are exempted from the price control of for maximum period of 5 years. As per the Shops and Establishment Act, young persons shall not be made to work more than one of the following hours per day, that is 6 hours. Forms used to send a memorandum to the government analyst under Schedule A is done in Form 18 and 18A. License for retail of drugs specified in Schedule X is given in the following form, that is Form 20F. The effectiveness of new drug is confirmed in one of the following phases of clinical trials, that is Phase 2. The list of diseases and ailments that a drug should not claim to cure are given in the following Schedule of Pharmacy Act, that is 1940. Sorry, in Okay, the list of diseases and ailments that a drug should not claim to cure are given in the following schedule of the Pharmacy Act 1940, that is Schedule J. Ayurvedic preparations containing less than following percentage of self-generated alcohol are exempted from excise duty as per Medical and Toilet Preparations Act 1955, that is 2%. One of the following is not a member of IAEC, that is Institutional Animal Ethics Committee, that is advocate. The functions of Central Drug Laboratory Kolkata includes appellate authority in matters of dispute in matters related to quality of drugs, preparation and standardization of IP reference standards, and analytical research in standardization and methodology development for drugs. As per the Federal Food and Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1938, an adulterated food means it means an irradiated food or food containing poisonous additives or food which has been prepared, packed, or held under unsanitary conditions. Janaushadhi, initiated by the Department of Pharmaceuticals, has which of the following participating organizations? That is Hindustan Antibiotics Limited and Indian Drugs and Pharmaceuticals Limited. Document says by a drug inspector during search of place where he believes an offense has been or is being committed are returned within 20 days of seizure. Master formula records as per Schedule M of Drugs and Cosmetic Rules 1945 includes which of the following, that is cleaning, assembling and calibrating equipment and substances that may disappear during processing. The ground for rejecting an RTI application can be covered by exemption from disclosure, infringes copyright of any other person and data from private sector. Out of the following statements, one or more is correct to explain the meaning of unfair trade practice as per Consumer Protection Act. So which one is the correct answer? Tell me in the comment box about unfair trade practice, right? Okay, then the sample taken by the drug inspector from the retail premises should be divided into three parts. As per GMP, change rooms to the aseptic areas of sterile product manufacturing area should be clearly demarcated into following rooms except blue room. As per GMP, during tablet compression, in-process control should be done at regular intervals of not more than 30 minutes. Which of the following statements about ISO is correct? That is, ISO 9000 does not provide industry specific performance.